Good morning. Yes, you get the weird lighting here. It is morning. It is the next morning. I'm here at the Days Inn in Ukiah, California. An exciting, no, not really that exciting place. Actually, kind of a sleepy little town off the 101. I had one of those days yesterday where I came in to this motel room, sat down, and basically said, fuck everything. I was kind of done with everything when I got here yesterday. In the middle of a very long bridge, the Chrysler 300 navigation system said take a right, and then went blank. And I thought, this is all I need, right? I need this to work so well. I don't know if my haircut's more Mo Howard or... Anyway, so the last 20, 30 miles I kind of did on dead reckoning. I had the exit number, so I was like, I'm just going to go to the exit number I need, and I'm going to find the damn place, which I did. No thanks to the Chrysler 300. It eventually did start working again, but that is not the most trustworthy navigation system out there, I assure you. Anyway, today is August, let's say 29th. It's Thursday. I think it's August 29th. If it's not, I'm sure when I'm editing this, I'll put a date on the screen somewhere. Do you like the tilt? Yeah. So, anyway, that was yesterday. I drove and 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 I drove. I got here, I said, fuck it all. And then I went to In-N-Out Burgers to welcome myself back to California. Yay. Good morning. It's, hi. It's almost 9 o'clock. Today is August, let's say 30th. Ken, you want to check that for me? I'm here at the city of 10,000 Buddhas, where there are 10,000 Buddhas, along with lots of peacocks, the pictures of which should be popping up somewhere here. Let me just move over, give myself some room to put some pictures up. Anyway, they have the Hall of 10,000 Buddhas, and I went inside of there and did not take any pictures out of respect for the fine folk here. I didn't want to go into their temple and just start clickety-clickety-click. But I came here this morning, not just because it was on my schedule, which it was, but also because I find myself in the crux of a dilemma this morning, which is almost kind of, well, I was going to say uniquely Buddhist, but really anyone could have this problem, which is all I can think about is getting home and getting to work. Now, I grant you, that is not a common problem, I'm sure. But as I have mentioned, I love what I do, and it is an intrinsic part of who I am. I mean, not only do I work as a writer, but I am a writer. And so it's difficult for me to be present in the moment. And if there's one thing Buddhism addresses, it's the need to be present in the moment. The phrase, "be here now," comes to mind. And this isn't just a problem while I'm out on the road. This is a problem I face every single time I go backpacking. I don't know how backpackers on the PCT don't go crazy thinking about things at home, especially if they work at home. You may have just heard that car. It's very quiet here in the city of 10,000 Buddhas, which is actually a city. Well, it's a small town. It's pretty big. And it does look like the remnant of some other time, almost as if they took over, there's the car, almost as if they took over a small college or something. Anyway, it's almost 9 and it's almost time for me to go. But I've been walking around the city of 10,000 Buddhas, which I just like to say. I've been walking around, taking a few pictures. There's a couple murals which may be popping up that are, of course, two different aspects of the Buddha. One fierce and one frightening. And I have to say, I don't think I've been the fierce. I've been expressing my fierce Buddha. I feel like I've been caught in the torrent of the more frightening aspect. As if something is trying to say, will you wake up and look around you and appreciate what you got, instead of always thinking about the work you'll be doing when you get home? And it's something I need to remember. And I don't know, maybe you do too. Maybe this is of some assistance to you, though I doubt it. You're probably a perfectly well-adjusted individual. What are you doing watching this? Anyway, switching hands again. So that's been my visit to the city of 10,000 Buddhas. I wish I could stay here longer. As a matter of fact, when you first walk in, they welcome you to stay all day. They even have a cafeteria with lunch being served. But I gotta hit the road. I gotta get back out there. I'm driving just over 320 or so miles today. It's not a long drive. It's going to be about 6 hours. So I should make it to Paso Robles with a good amount of time to maybe hit a winery. Grab a, excuse me, pick up a bottle to bring home to my lovely wife. That was a peacock that you might have just heard. Excuse me. He's got a clown nose on him. I don't know. So, was there anything else I needed to mention? I'm trying to think. My lip still looks like hell, but it doesn't hurt anymore, so it's healing. Yeah, I think that's just about it. Let's hit the road.
That's in life after all. Bumped into it. I'll have to thank you, that's all. What are you doing right now? Can God get your attention? And for those in need, things are overwhelming. The waves just seem to be crashing down all around them. We just know that you're able to turn on that rescue beacon in their lives now. You have promised all of this to us.
So, here I am, just outside of Petaluma, about 20 miles away from what I'm thinking is going to be the San Francisco Bay Area. And I'm parked. I'm in my first official traffic jam of the trip. And, yeah, they're just as bad as I remember. I mean, we're literally parked. We're literally not moving. So, it's 10:20. Let's see if I can get to Paso Robles today. Well, hello. Welcome to the Adelaide Inn. Now, you may be wondering, how do you top the Golden Gate Bridge? Well, you don't. The navigation system in the Chrysler 300 tried. It took me into the center of San Francisco, right around Haight-Ashbury, and then decided that it wanted me to make a U-turn. Yeah, that was fun. Anyway, so what did I do? I just kept going through San Francisco till I found a freeway, which was fortunately connected to the 101. And then I just kept coming down the 101. Stopped in Gilroy. By the way, there. Let's put up a map. So, up there somewhere is the Golden Gate Bridge, and down here somewhere is Paso Robles. And then in the middle somewhere, I stopped at Gilroy, where here, take a look. Ooh, that's some awful hair with the wind blowing it and all. Hi, well, as a native Californian, it would be darn right neglectful of me not to stop by the garlic shop, or the garlic shop. So this is why you don't film your intro before you walk into the store. Because I actually couldn't find anything. Garlic World used to be the kind of place where you'd stop whenever you're coming down the 101 or going up the 101. It was out in the boondocks, in the middle of nowhere, out by where all the farms and everything were. Yeah, well, unfortunately now, just one exit up the freeway is a whole frickin' city. Sorry, I meant to say whole fucking city. There, that's better. Anyway, so these places, these garlic places out on the edge of town, aren't really on the edge of town anymore, and there's better places to go in town, I guess. Because as much as I love Garlic World, and I've been there many, many times, the shelves were empty. And there just wasn't the stuff they used to have. It's kind of sad, to tell you the truth. It's kind of sad. So I, after filming a very little bit there, I thought, well, I'll just head down to Paso Robles, stop by a winery, get myself a glass of wine, relax, maybe film a little. Yeah, wineries just aren't as much fun without Vicky, my wife. So I didn't film there. I got back in my car and I drove away. That wasn't me. Even though I went on my road trip last year, and I've done some backpacking, and I went this year, I'm not really used to taking vacations by myself. So when I go places, I just think, hey, this would be great to go to with Vicky, and then she's not there. So I have to get better at being alone. And this road trip and the previous road trip and the backpacking is all a part of that. Because I know that I'll backpack on the PCT better if I could just do this. And I gotta tell you, I'm not all that great at this. I stopped by the city of 10,000 Buddhas, as you probably remember, and I spent a lot of time reflecting on this inability to just be present. I'm always thinking about the next project, or the next hike, or the next project, or the next book I'm going to write, or the next project. I got a lot on my mind. But you know what? It's not all bad. I came down here to the Adelaide Inn, which ain't terrible. Actually, with the exception of that car outside, it's pretty nice. It's just a motel, but it's in the kind of building that was built back in maybe the 50s or 60s. So there's a little bit more room. It's a little bit more like, well, not home, but put this next to a Motel 6 and I think you'll understand what I'm talking about. And I walked just up the street to Maggie's, got myself a BLT and a salad. See, look. I like being able to put picture in picture. It's a lot of fun. And then I thought I would sit out by the pool. I'd get myself something to drink, sit out by the pool, and that's not going to work. But the nice thing is I'm back in California heat. It's 80-something degrees outside, and I'm loving it. I mean, I can't tell you how much I loved being up in Washington, where there was a little bit of drizzle, a little bit of cold. That was sweet. But being down here and feeling the kind of California heat that I'm used to in the summer, not like hundreds, but like 80s, which apparently is what I'm going back to, even if it is really, really humid. So, there you go. I'm going to edit a lot because I'm licking my lips and I'm like, you need to edit that shit out. So, what else can I tell you? This is my this is my last night on the road, and tomorrow we're gonna hike down to the 407 7th, and we're gonna see what's down there. But for today, I just wanna reflect on the trip as it happened, if you'll bear with me. You know, there was a lot of smoke on the way up, and that kind of ruined some of my plans, and all the road construction on the way down kind of made the drive down not entirely terrific. But it did, I think I got something out of it all the same. You know, the point of this, the point of all of this in the grand scheme of things was to take me away from my keyboard, to make me stop working, if only for 2 weeks. Okay, so my eyes are shutting and blurry, and I gotta tell you, it's not that late. It's, there's a clock. It's 4:12. I pulled up about an hour, a little over an hour ago, and I walked over to Maggie's. You saw the picture. And after I was done eating the BLT, I just got all lethargic. So I don't know if I'm going to do too much more today. You know what I learned on this trip? And this is important for you as the young explorer that you are. What I learned on this trip is that at 52, I'm going to be 53 in October. It's terrifying. But at 52, my favorite thing to do when I get into a hotel room is not leave it. I've got hours of daylight. I could drive down to a winery, but why the hell would I do that? I would so much rather bring Vicky up here and enjoy the wineries with her. Anyway, she'll drive. So, I'm just gonna kick back, flip on the news, turn down the bed, put my head on a pillow, maybe, well, I'm not gonna go to sleep, but maybe watch a little news, maybe doze a bit. And tomorrow morning, we're gonna head down to Malibu and hike. I can't remember the name of the place that we're hiking at, but hike down to MASH 4077. I can't wait. I've wanted to see this place my whole life. I especially wanted to see it when there was stuff still there, but I didn't. And so now I'm going to, and we'll see what's left. We'll see what's there. But hey, thank you for watching these videos if you've hung out. I don't think there's any reason at all for you to watch these videos. They're a complete waste of your time. You can tell I'm tired because I keep saying bye. And there you have it. You've just survived another Ken LaSalle video. For more information about new releases, projects in the works, or even stuff from the archives, head on down to kenlasalle.com. You can also find me on Facebook, Twitter, and all around social media, just as long as it's called Facebook or Twitter. Thanks for your support, as always. Be sure to subscribe to this channel, and I'll be back soon with more nonsense. What am I doing? Shut up.